The Wind River begins in the Wind River Range just east of Togedy Pass off the reservation. The drainage from Fort Washakie south forms what's called the Little Wind. North of Fort Washakie, the Crowheart, Dubois area, Dinwiddie, all those areas pour into what's called the Big Wind River. Those two meet just south of Riverton and form the Wind River, which comes into Boysen. Then Boysen dumps into the Wind River Canyon, the river comes through the canyon, and then it leaves. And when it leaves the reservation and the canyon, it changes names to the Bighorn. I grew up in Crowheart on our family ranch, which we still have. My dad still lives there. I've spent my entire life on and around and involved with the Wind River Indian Reservation. We have two tribes, the Eastern Shoshone and the Northern Arapaho. My father's a member, an enrolled member of the Eastern Shoshone tribe. My mother is an enrolled member of the Northern Arapaho tribe. And my siblings and I are also members of the Arapaho tribe. When I was a kid growing up, there's a creek that runs right by our house called Willow Creek, and it dumps into the Wind River. My parents' rule, primarily my dad, was you can play in the creek as much as you want. Fish, swim, whatever. You don't go anywhere near the river. Finally, when I got to be probably 13 or 14 years old, my dad realized I'd been around enough and was experienced enough and knew enough at that point to not get myself in a situation I couldn't get out of. And so I was finally allowed to start going to fish the river by myself. I knew it was a special place because of the size of the fish, but I also had a great reverence and respect for it because I was scared. I was taught to be scared of it when I was young. As I grew old enough to be able to fish it on my own, then I realized what a special river it was and how good the fishing can be. For me, personally, there needs to be some place left that's just a little bit different, that's a little bit like it used to be, just the quality of fish. The fact that they'll eat the flies they eat and that they're not super difficult to catch. You don't have to have 7x fluorocarbon. But it's still a very dynamic fishery with as nice a wild brown trout population as there is. For me and for our people, the Shoshone and Arapaho people of the Wind River Indian Reservation, the Wind River Canyon is a very culturally significant place. My place is to be here and I wouldn't say watch over it, but to be a part of knowing that we're protecting a resource that's very special to us, not necessarily because it has great trout fishing, but for a lot of other reasons. This is my home. I feel like it's my responsibility as a member of our tribe to offer this service, offer to share this beautiful resource, but to not exploit it and to take the best care of it that I possibly can. And that's always been my goal.